What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi, my name is Tala.
Yeah, I run to that bag, the shorty she bad, my pockets on top of my bitty, she love me, I don't mean to brag, and my team counting stats, we might call that jag, oh God. I run to that bag like a motherfucking trap me, I run to that bag, that foreign little mama, she thick, I got her straight begging for dick on me.
Before we get into the story time, I just want to clarify, I know I have a really good life, like I know I'm privileged, I know all of that, but I don't have white privilege. I am more privileged than a darker skinned person, but I just wanted to share my story. But yeah, I just want to say I don't have it the hardest. I know that these stories aren't as bad as what some people have had, but I'm just coming over here to share it, and hopefully the people that have had it worse, if they see this, they'll make a video about it explaining what happened to them as well. So I just want to help people for real, and I just want to say that if you've been through anything like this, you can always DM me. My Instagram's down below and we can just talk, and I'll be there for you, because I know that I needed someone back then, and luckily I had my best friend, but she was going through a lot as well, so she wasn't always at school. So if you ever need someone, DM me, please DM me, and let's get on with the story time. I think this was about January, February time this year, so it wasn't too long ago, and I'm gonna give you a bit of backstory. So me and my best friend, Ostara, everyone hated us at school, let's just say that. Everyone hated her, and then they hated me because I was friends with her, and then I just started getting bullied for being mixed race anyway, but we'll get on to that. So me and my best friend, Ostara, were in maths, and we're not really doing maths, to be honest, so we were just taking selfies, and we were like, oh, they were stupid. The pictures we were taking were stupid. So we were just laughing at them, like really loud. And then this boy called Joe, he looks around and he says, "Shut up, nigga." But he says like the hard R word, obviously. I pretended I didn't hear it, and then my friend Ostara, she turned around and she was like, "Did you hear that?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "He just called you the N-word, didn't he?" I was like, "Yeah." And at this point I was really upset because I'd already had shit that whole week. Like, that was the first time someone had directly called me that. So I texted my dad and told him what happened. So I'm gonna put the message here, probably, and you can just pause it and read it. But basically I told him what happened, and he told me to go to my guidance teacher or something, and I didn't. So after maths we had break, and then after break we had PE. So me and Ostara had PE together. We went in to PE. We were doing yoga. It wasn't yoga, but we were doing yoga, and we got to be with whoever we wanted to be with. So I went with my best friend, obviously, and we were talking about my boyfriend. And if you don't know who he is, you should definitely watch my other video. He lives in America. But yeah, anyway, we were talking about him, and most people knew who he was at school because I post him all the time. I post his songs all the time, so people knew who he was. So we were just talking about him, and Joe and another boy called Jamie come up to us with a group of friends and start getting into our conversation. Jamie's like, "Oh, you're talking about that N-word? Oh, you're talking about that N-word. He's the N-word, isn't he?" And the reason I'm saying N-word is because they said the hard R word, and I don't like saying that word. I feel like it's not worse than nigga, but I just don't like saying it. I feel like they're both equally as bad. If you're white, you shouldn't say either, period. You should not say either of those words if you're white. If you're not black or mixed race, then you can't say that word, period. Whether it's the one that ends in the hard R or whether it's nigga, you can't say either of them, period. And Joe from maths was also in this class, and then he started joining in saying it too. So these two boys were saying it to us, and they also called him a Malteser. I'm gonna put on the screen right now what a Malteser is if you don't know what it is. But here is what a Malteser is. He was calling him that. I was just like, bruh, I wasn't saying nine, because back then it was only 6 months ago. Back then I didn't really stick up for myself very much. I was quite shy. But mind you, my best friend Ostara, she had my back. That's my bitch, bruh. She was sticking up for me because I wasn't saying nothing. I was just kind of in shock, just sitting there, saying nothing. But my best friend, she was standing up for me, and she's white, by the way, so she's a queen. And then they go on to say, "Oh, and I saw your dad the other day when he picked you up from school. He's an N-word too." And first you want to come after my boyfriend, And then my dad, bro, if you said anything about my mom or my sister, it would have been raps. It would have been raps. And I'm just sitting there like trying not to cry at this point. And then they say, you're an N-word too. You're an N-word too. And I was just like, are you serious? Before they walked away, they were saying that like they can say this word because it's just a word. It's not just a word. Like, what are you talking about? At my old school, I got bullied a lot for being mixed race, and I knew that you could file a police report for hate crime. I hadn't done that before, but because of what happened and because what was happening to me at school, I don't know, I was thinking about it. And Sarah, we went to the side, and I was just talking to her. I was like, do you think I should file a police report? Do you think I should do this? And she was like, absolutely yes, 100%. They need to learn not to say that. Nobody should say that. And I was like, true. So anyways, after that lesson's done, we go get changed. I'm texting my dad, telling him everything. It's on the screen here again. He told me to go to my guidance teacher. I obviously didn't because I was a pussy at the time. Didn't want to snitch or whatever. And he went and called my guidance teacher and was like, this happened to Tala, this happened to Tala. And my guidance teacher, she's the only good teacher. No, there's two good teachers in that school, but she's the only good teacher that I like really could go to. And she actually advised my dad to call the police, which I just think is such a true G thing to do, because she obviously works in the school, obviously having in school premises, like all that stuff. But she advised my dad to go to the police about it. And she also called me out of class and I had to tell her everything that happened, and I had to write out a big form and stuff. It was quite annoying. But yeah, so that day my dad picked me up. I told him everything that happened. He calls the police. So basically I told Ostara that the police were getting involved, and I think I told someone else, which was really dumb because then they went and told everyone, and then everyone was talking about how I was a snitch and everything. But mind you, back then I was a pussy, so I'm not gonna lie, I did deny that I didn't go to the police. So everyone was asking me, did you go to the police? I was like, no, of course not. Yeah, I did. So if you're watching this, yes, I did. And what about it? But yes, I did go to the police about it. A couple days, probably like 1 or 2 days later, the policewoman comes to my house, and she just asked me for like loads of information. I have to write statements, stuff, tell her what happened and everything. That was fine. And a couple days later, she talks to my best friend Ostara, who gives her a big ass long statement again and everything. And the lady came back and said that our stories matched up perfectly, and that I'm pretty sure she said that she only needed me and someone else to confirm that this happened for it to be like considered charged or whatever, like they can get charges done. So I was like, bet, like these bitches are going down, like bet. So I'm gonna tell you what happened next. So this is where the hardcore evidence comes in, y'all. You ain't ready for this. Me and Ostara are in maths. So 3 people in a row, okay? So there was this girl sitting here, there was me, and there was Ostara. And in front of Ostara, there was Jamie, the boy that said it all to us. And he turns around, he's like freaking out. He's like, bruh, I don't want to talk to the police. And I'm just sitting there like, well, you said it, didn't you? And then he's like saying, no, I didn't. So basically back then, I still am a huge fan, but I was a huge fan of 13 Reasons Why. And if you don't know the show and you don't watch it, then you won't get this reference. But I was like thinking about Clay and what he did when he got Bryce to confess that he raped Hannah, on his like, when he was like recording him say it. So I turned to Ostara and I was like, bro, I think I'm gonna put my phone on record and catch him confess. And she was like, bro, that's a really good idea. So I put my phone, I was pretending I was doing the calculator. I slid up my camera, put it on record, put it face down so you couldn't see anyone's face, because I knew that if you record someone's face without them knowing, then they could like press charges or whatever, and I just was not trying to do that. So I put it face down and I just asked him a bunch of questions. And basically he confessed to saying it, and I'm gonna roll the clip now.
Wait, what? Wait, Jamie, what?
I don't know, Joe said to blame on him.
Because it hurt. You need to stretch out.
Playing this on Joe. It's so much shit.
I'll speak to him.
He said the majority of it though.
No, I said it once. And Joe just like kept repeating it. I said it once, and yeah, I'll admit to that. But Joe said it like so much. Yeah, see now.
And he said it to me in
Yeah,
maths
see
as
now
well.
you remember it. I said it. Don't say I said it.
Huh?
Don't say I said it. Just like Joe said it. I did say it, right? Let's just say I did say it. Yeah, I did.
But you're gonna say you didn't say it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Hi, so I'm sorry for interrupting right now, but when I was editing, I realized I lost the footage of me explaining what happened next. So basically, Joe and Jamie got spoken to by the police a couple days or a couple weeks later, and then they were eventually charged with hate crime. So basically, this whole thing started. This whole thing came back up because I posted this TikTok on my Instagram.
And it's serious. Bring the beat life like Jorno. Young gang star flip the kill switch. Jojo, pose, pose, pose. Jojo, pose, pose, pose. Jojo, pose, pose, pose.
And I was literally just calling everyone out. I was literally calling everyone out because I've left the school. Like back then when it was happening to me, my mental health was so bad. So bad. And everyone knows that. Everyone knows that I was like not okay. I had no friends. My best friend hardly came to school anymore because she was getting bullied worse than me. So I didn't have anyone really. Except from some people, so shout out to you. This TikTok got so much hate from people that I thought were my friends. There's so many people that said they lost respect for me because I came out and said this happened to me. Like, I just wanted to share my story in like a light manner because it really did hurt me at the time that this happened to me, and I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, like, I just wanted to like make people know that you don't have to like stay quiet about stuff like this, and you can like expose people, I guess, for things like this, because I feel like that's what you need to do, is expose people for what they've done. Like, they shouldn't just get away with it, because I feel like that's what happened with people that did it to me. I feel like they just got away with it, and that's not okay. Hi again. So I'm just watching this and I just feel like I should explain a bit. So what I mean by I don't feel like they got what they deserved is because just because like they got charged, like I feel like that's really good they got charged, but at school they weren't treated any differently. They were still the popular boys, everyone still loved them, no one treated them any different or anything, and I just feel like I'm exposing them now because, well, they just kind of deserve that. So yeah. And there were so many of my friends in the comments that were saying it wasn't true when they were there. There were so many people that were actually there when it happened and they know what happened. The comments were like, I've lost so much respect for you. You're doing this for clout. How am I doing this for clout? Bro, why would I do this for clout? You look dumb. You look dumb as hell because you're literally defending racists at this point. Because back then I didn't think they were racist. I just thought they were racially ignorant. But the fact that they're making fake accounts in the comments saying they didn't do it with like pictures of racists as their like profile picture, they're racist. So at this point, my friends are defending racists. I'm gonna just let that sink in because I can't believe I was friends with you hoes. I cannot believe I was friends with you bitches. Like, I can't believe I was. And there was this girl, oh my gosh, there was this girl who is in the year below me. She had my back, bruh. She had my back. She also said this thing. I'm gonna put on the screen right here. And it was like, it's funny how all these people post Black Lives Matter and I hate racists, but then when your friend's saying the N-word, it's okay, or something like that. It'll be on the screen here, and I just thought that is so true because all these people in my comments on that TikTok that were saying they've lost respect for me and that I'm doing it for clout and that I shouldn't have done this and brought it up when it was like a year ago. It was like 6 months ago at the most, bruh, like chill. All these people literally a month or two ago were posting Black Lives Matter all over their story. I hate racists, don't say the N-word, and look at you now, bruh. It's not a trend. Black Lives Matter is not a trend, and it pisses me off. But yes, those are the two boys in the video. And then another boy, who was also in the video, called Ben. We were in modern studies class. I sit here, there's a girl in front of me, And then there's Ben. And Ben always turns around and talks to me, and I'm just like, ugh. But he was talking about what had happened in PE. And then he started saying the N-word straight off the bat. Like, when he was talking about it, he just said it out loud. I was like, okay. So you're that kind of person? Okay. And mind you, no one around us was saying it was bad. And also, I wasn't, but like, I wasn't going to back then because I just didn't want to get more shit, really. And I really regret that, for real. He started talking about it, and he just straight out of the bat said it. And then him and some other boys in the class started talking about the KKK. And if you don't know what the KKK is, I'm not gonna explain it. Just like, look it up. Actually, don't look it up. Basically, it is really bad. Him and another couple of boys who I'm not gonna mention because like they're irrelevant. We're talking about how they're gonna start their own KKK clan. And I told my dad or my mum this as well. So I put it on the screen now of the screenshots of me messaging them. But yeah, that happened. And then he wants to start saying that I am a nigga. And mind you, the teacher can probably hear this because she's heard someone else say it before, and all she did was say their name and then made them quiet. Like, she didn't tell them off, didn't tell them why it's wrong, nothing. Did not educate them at all. And obviously I live in Scotland and all my teachers are white, so like you can't really expect much, but like still, it was shit. So yeah, nothing really happened about that, except like, I think my dad might have called my guidance teacher again. She might have called me out. I think she called me out. And I definitely had to write a big form. I remember writing out a big form telling what happened, like who, when, where, how, everything like that. And then he got pulled out of class the next day, I'm pretty sure. And he had to stay after school because it was the last period. I was in his last class. Can't remember what class it was, but he got pulled out. And then the next day he said that he had to stay there till like 8 p.m. at night talking to the teacher and his mum. And his mum was actually really shocked that he had said anything like this. But what I don't get is why the school hadn't told his mum that any of this had happened, because in the past he has been racist in class. Like, there's this Indian girl in class and he was very racist to her. And Ben's excuse for saying the N-word is that the Indian girl that he bullies gave him the N-word pass. That whole sentence has something wrong with it, bro. There's nothing good about that sentence. The N-word pass does not exist, bro. The N-word pass is not shit. It was probably made up by a white person. It's not a thing. It's not a thing, period. Also, Indian people are not black. Like, obviously, if you're mixed or something, then yes. But straight up, if you're Indian, you're Asian, you're not black. So you can't say the N-word, so therefore you can't give the N-word pass, which doesn't even exist anyways. But like, me and her are cool, so I'm not mad at her for doing that. I feel like she just only did it because he bullies her. Like, she doesn't say that word. I've never heard her say that word, so like, I'm not mad at her for that. So I feel like it was just like to get him to stop bullying her. So if you're watching this, which you're probably not because I don't think I have you on social media, I'm not mad at you at all. I was gonna call out some of the people that I thought were my friends in this video, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'm not going to. You know who you are. You straight up know who you are. Like, I'm all over your private stories and stuff. It's like really lame. You look weird. You look like a clown. And when this video is out, now that it's out, you look like a clown for sticking up for those hoes. You look like a clown, period. My TikTok that I posted on my reels on Instagram, in the caption, it's probably changed now. I probably changed it to watch the story time, but the caption said make a part 2. The people in the comments that I thought were my friends, the ones that were like coming at me saying I shouldn't have done this and shit, one of them, a girl in particular who I thought was one of my best friends, she's definitely watching this because she unfollowed me. She still watches my stories, but she commented, making a part 2. You're just an attention seeker. You're just doing this for attention, for clout. When I said make a part 2, it was for people at my old school, not this school, my old school. Like, at my old school, people called me it too. So I just thought, why not make a part 2? Like, just to like expose people, I guess. And she took it so hard. She even DM'd me. I might put the DMs on the screen, actually. I'm gonna scribble out her name. But that's what she said to me. And I've been on so many people's private stories. I think I have one screenshot of a girl's private story I was on. I'm gonna put that on the screen. I'm not gonna say who she is either. And get this, bro, you ain't gonna believe this. You are not going to believe this. One of the girls that were commenting on my post saying I shouldn't have done that, and I kid you not, she's Jamaican too. She's like half Jamaican and half Puerto Rican, I want to say. But she is Jamaican, and we were very good friends because we're both Jamaican. And we like told everyone we're cousins and stuff. Like, we were close. Let me get what she said. I'm gonna read what she said to me real quick. Right. So this is what she said. Even if it did happen to you, don't make it public. Like, this is so attention seeking for pity from everyone. Like, keep this to yourself. Don't go posting this shit. And that got 11 likes. You can easily find all these people because I'm not taking down this reel. You can easily go look at all the comments and see for yourself. I just want to say thank you to the people that stuck up for me because I didn't message anyone to stick up for me, and you guys just had my back, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, like, I'm not gonna call you guys my bullies because you guys are not hard. I ain't scared of you. You're not a bully. You're just hating ass niggas for real. You're hating ass niggas. All you guys in the comments that are involved in this were like, expose us then, expose us then, expose us then. I just exposed you, so you're welcome. That's kind of like the end of my story time for real. I don't really know what else to say. Thank you so much for the people that have supported me through this because it means so much to me, honestly. And it just shows me who is really my friend and who isn't really my friend. I just think it's really sad that I had to lose so many friends over this because I didn't really feel like you guys were racist, but apparently you are because you're defending racists, which is just as bad, for real. You should have had my back. And if you still want to say shit after I've posted this, like, please, like, don't, because I'm just gonna ignore you anyway. Also, before I go, I am not deleting my reels, the TikTok on my reels. I'm not deleting that, and I'm not deleting this video. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry if this story time was all over the place. I've never done a story time before. I mean, I've never really done a sitting down YouTube video before, so I hope this is like okay. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Let me hear your experiences with stuff like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked me, like this video, subscribe because I'm gonna be posting more often. And let me know in the comments if you like this. Let me know what else you want me to do. I've got a lot of story times for real, so if you like this and you want more, tell me. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.